Alright, so it is Frost. Romson in the upper left is currently down 0-2. Needs to bring it back. He is, well, he's a Teal Protoss and he's Romson.
And spawning vertically opposite, the Blue Zerg needs one more win to take home that $100 prize. It is Solar.
He has been in quite a few online cups. It's always surprising. I was saying this like a while back. I guess it's kind of like old hat now, but I was always surprised to see Kespa players in these cups because they were so secluded for the longest time. It really took a long time for Kespa to even allow them to branch out, like in terms of streaming and participating in online cups and actually showing themselves. And then their teams had to also get over it too, because teams are very secretive of their players when it comes to Kespa, just because Pro League is so important.
Absolutely, but I'm really glad that they kind of got a little bit more flexible with that so that we can actually see a bit more of these players, because, I mean, only being able to play in Casper Leagues is one thing, but it really doesn't allow you to make a name for yourself individually so much unless you do really, really well in the team setting or something like that. So it's cool that they get the opportunity to, you know, strut their stuff alone, as well as part of a big, prestigious team.
Yeah, it's a good. I would love to be a mixture all the time. You know, you have something like Pro League that does give chances to make a name for yourself and gives, like, you know, people who aren't the aces like a guaranteed match. Because I feel bad for the people who are like B teamers on Caspa teams that never get their matches played. They're like literally in the back for a year and a half, don't get any limelight whatsoever. So a mixture of that plus like being allowed online cups and getting some cash here and there would be like the ideal mixture, and it might happen eventually.
Yeah. I wish there was actually more like team leagues for, you know, North American, European teams. We have a few, like Ace of Team Story Cup, which has been great. But I don't know, maybe I'm just saying that because I'm in a time zone where I don't get to watch those sort of things so much. But I think it's cool. There's a lot less emphasis on teams in not Korea, so everywhere else.
Yeah. It's really unfortunate. Like, it's not only that you want to see the teams as themselves, it's also because it does help out the people who aren't necessarily, like, on top of their game, winning all the single-player 1v1 tournaments. So, it's unfortunate we don't have more of them. But we do see a 3 hatch for 4 pool from Solar, and Romson has scouted it. He has a Forge. He also has a Nexus on the way, too. So if he wanted to, he could maybe try do a cannon rush, but it looks like he's not really planning to.
Yeah, Solar's on the ball anyway. He's not going to give him the opportunity. Chasing that probe out of the way. And so both players are going to go for the greedy opener. Nice read from Solar, knowing that he's probably not going to go Gateway Expand on this map because it's such a big map. Oh.
Both O and U. I was kind of afraid he would try to do this, and unfortunately Solar saw him leaving, thought, oh, he's not going to do it. I really had to check that position up there. It is a tricky position at any point in the game, in any matchup, honestly. And this is super tricky with the cannon.
Yeah, this is a little gross for the Zerg. I am feeling some Zerg tears on behalf of Solar right now, but it's smart by Romson. I mean, he tried a 2-base all-in, it didn't work. He tried a 3-base all-in, and that didn't work either. So he's got to find some way to get an edge early on in the game to be able to take out Solar, I think. And this is certainly one way to do it. Mess with his mining. The drone's actually going to come up here and be like, no, you D-bag.
How did he know? He must have just thought of it and been like, huh, I wonder.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too unfortunate. It doesn't actually hit the hatch, though, so he's completely safe. You just can't mine from it, which, you know, is still kind of a waste of an early third, right? You want to be mining from it, not just having Larva and Queens. But luckily, it's only one cannon. A couple of Lings plus the Queen tanking some of it definitely will go down very fast. Honestly, I'm not sure it was worth it. That was 250 from Solar, or from Romson. I don't know.
Yeah, true. I guess the lost mining time. I don't know, maybe. Well, it's annoying. He does have to pump out a few extra links this early in the game to be able to clear that up in the first place. So I suppose it does damage that way. Because we know that otherwise that would have most definitely been drones. He tends to not make links until a little bit later when he's trying to track down those proxy pylons. And here we go. He's actually going to try and wall it in with a second pylon. Really wants to keep that cannon alive. The Queen goes down.
Whoops, definitely want that. That was really smart by Romson. Just barely getting that pro back in time means that this cannon will, in fact, survive, which is a big deal, because now Solar already made a bunch of things he didn't want to. Oh, second turn. He canceled at the last second. Oh, the second one. But that was a few more lings he had to make that he didn't want to, so that's a very good point. It looks like the one Queen dying is not going to be a big deal. It could have been had he not remade one instantly, because an Oracle is on the way.
Yeah, indeed, it is even resources lost in this regard after dropping those extra links and cancelling them. So, you know, a bit of a back and forth trade in terms of whether or not that was effective. But now he's heading up here with his links. He does not know about the Stargate, and that's really important as this Oracle comes out. He doesn't have Overlords in position along this left-hand side either.
He does know about it.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, I was about to say, how did he get spores down? But yeah, he must have sent an Overlord
or
a
he
Languid in
does.
there or something.
Yeah, he scouted it. Excuse
Spores
me,
are
was
already
not
made.
paying attention. Yep. Alright, so this shouldn't do too much at all. Yeah. Carrying me.
My back's hurting because I'm carrying you. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm pretty huge. Happens.
No, no, who was it? Oh my god, no, seriously.
No, she knows I'm bulking. Rifkin says it's a fat joke, but seriously. I just hit the gym a lot, I'm pretty huge. So, yeah, the Oracle really didn't get too much done. We've got the Lings still hanging around out the front looking for anything that comes out for Romson. Probe goes down towards taking a third. Looks like he will get it. Ling's slacking a little bit.
There's a lot of links coming out on the way. I mean, there's like 32 links. This is definitely at least to deny the third or maybe even get a bunch of sentry kills. It's something that was very popular and does do a lot of damage sometimes. And usually guarantees a third cancel, sometimes maybe one or two or even a kill. Charged on the way, but there is like no units for Romson. These 5 links, not a big deal. The 20 other links, kind of a big deal.
Yep, and here comes the rest of the Lings to get us around all the sentries. No Mothership Core here, so we can't really recall them out into a better position or anything like that. And we've got... oh, actually 2 of them still live. Decent force fields, using the Zealots to block it off as well.
Oracle helped out so much right there. If it was on the other side of the map, that would have been completely different, but it kills the Lings so fast. Solo sells a bunch, and he's not giving up yet, so producing 12 Lings behind this, so he really wants to do something. He really wants that third cancel.
And you know what? He's going for 1/1 Ling upgrades, and Romson is actually going charge, so we might actually see a sort of charge like Archon composition, which this Ling style just does not really work against at all. But he's got the Spy coming up too, so looks like Mutas again, which is actually a pretty nice choice because he really struggled against Mutas in the first game.
Yeah, but then again, as you pointed out, he's doing Charger at Archon, so he already has a bunch of the tools. He doesn't have Blink Stalkers, which are also very, very important, but Archons are going to be super helpful in defending, his 3 bases. You know, they're not very good for pushing out, but they're definitely good for defending. So he might have a better position than last time. Will he scout it, though? Last time he had Lucian Phoenix, he scouted it pretty much at the very last second. If he can scout it a bit earlier, that would definitely help.
Well, he's seen the charge Solar has now, so he should have a bit of an idea of what's going on, and he'll be weighing up the pros and cons right now, being like, okay, well, he's going to be really defensive now because he can't really move out with his charge Archon. I'll just tear his base to pieces. So in which case I can take the map, and already he's taking a 4th base, he's taking a 5th base behind this, and yeah, his macro is going to be pretty sick behind this. He's being so aggressive with these links too, just to keep him back out of his face.
Solar, or rather Romson still has not scouted the Spire. It's in a very tricky position, by the way. It's in the 3rd at the very bottom. Like, you'd barely risk anything over there in the exact position. So really, really nice spot by Solar. 14 meters are going to be on the way, and they're going to be complete surprises. So Archons, only 2 of them, no cannons, and no Blink Stalkers, or any Stalkers at all, actually. So he is going to be completely unprepared. Unfortunately, probably even more so than the first time we saw him versus Mutas.
Yeah, it's gonna be caught with his pants down again. This is so tragic. He's got +3 attack coming down, and the Mutas are already heading towards the Protoss base. Once again, Solar not looking to bother with the main Protoss army, although he could probably take it out if he wanted to. He's just gonna go straight for the counterattack, straight into the natural. A few Stalkers walked in there with the cannon to help out, and at the same time, the Protoss army gets to work in the Zerg's natural. Few extra Zealots going down towards the 3rd base of Solar, but he just evacuates the drones to one of his extra bases. He's just got so much out on the map, it's going to be really hard to kill all this.
Yeah, that's what you have to do when you go Mutas. It's a very good plan. You know, go Mutas, mass expand, because you're gonna, probably ever gonna do a base trade. Plus, it's just, you can if you have map control. Solar, I believe, is probably gonna win this game. Romson just can never get that critical mass of Stalkers or Archons, honestly, to deal with everything and keep his bases alive. So he might be able to do damage to Solar, but it's not gonna be enough.
Mutas and Lings just decimating everything so quickly. Has Solar managed to do the 3-0 on Romson for the Zotac Cup Finals? Oh no. So rough. He's these elts aren't even paying attention. Looks like Romson's starting to fall apart a little bit, realizing, oh no, he's just got so many bases. This is not the end.
He took on the Spire, which is nice. The muta count's still not terribly scary. He's gonna be 20 after these two mutas pop, but his bases are down. He's on the 1 base versus 2 base, I guess, of Solar, but Solar by far has a better tech. Romson, I really thought he would have scouted the muta, like the Spire, and then stayed in his base with the Archons and like gone for a bunch of like stalkers, but he just was caught completely unaware.
Actually, he's going to throw all these mutas at the Archons, but with the Lings on the ground as well, it looks like it doesn't really matter at this point. 14 mutas left, but still there's so many Lings, they're just chewing through everything. The last Nexus is going to go down. He doesn't have the economy to rebuild a new one, whereas Solar's got a steady mineral income. Floating 1,200 minerals, still starting to spend some of that now on a new hatchery, an extra spawning pool, and basically has infinite capacity to keep rebuilding structures while the Zealots desperately try and get rid of as many of these drones and buildings as it can.
Solar should probably send back his Mutalisks right now. There's nothing on the ground that can combat them. There's a bunch of Zealots and like 2 sentries. One sentry. So, like, Lings can clean up everything else, but he's probably just... I guess he's just gonna go for the, like, straight-out elimination. All buildings dead. I'll win that way, because there is gonna be... There's nothing else.
Yeah, which is fair enough. There's 4 hatcheries, 2 at bases, 2 hidden in random places. There you go! Solar with the 3-0 on Romson will take home the $100 prize for this Zotac Cup. That is Zotac NA. We have EU tomorrow, I think. Not sure who's casting that. Okay, so Rifkin will probably be doing that one. And that will do us for now, I think. Just in time for IAM to start.
Yeah,
Perfect.
right?